Stop everything. What I'm about to tell you will shake the NFL to its core, and I guarantee this is the kind of news that will dominate every headline, every conversation, every rumor mill from now until the start of the season. Right now, behind closed doors, in secret meetings that are so classified even the sharpest NFL insiders haven't fully grasped the magnitude, something monumental is unfolding. A blockbuster, earth-shattering move that could redefine the entire landscape of the league. There's a superstar, one of the most electrifying, versatile, game-changing players in the entire NFL, whose future is hanging in the balance. An elite talent so rare, so misunderstood in terms of what he can truly contribute, that his potential move could tip the scales in ways no one has even begun to consider. We're talking about a player who's been through the wars, shown flashes of brilliance, but whose next destination could be the piece that elevates a franchise into true championship contention. This isn't just another trade rumor. This is a seismic shift, an earthquake in the making. My sources, rock solid, reputable, and deeply embedded inside NFL circles, just confirmed something huge, but even they don't have the full picture yet. The chaos behind the scenes is almost surreal. Phones are ringing off the hook. GMs, agents, coaches, everyone scrambling in silence, trying to lock this down before the league finds out. Confidential meetings are taking place in clandestine locations, whispered conversations in private jets cutting through skies at midnight, encrypted messages darting across secure servers. This is high-stakes poker at its most dangerous. The NFL world is on the edge of its seat, waiting for the bombshell that could redefine a franchise, a division, even the league's power hierarchy. And if you think this is just another routine move, think again. Because, trust me, what's happening now in these shadowy corridors of NFL power is nothing short of historic. But who is the player at the center of this storm? Who's about to become a game-changer on a scale so enormous, it will echo through the halls of the league for decades. I can't say the name just yet. No, I need you to stay tuned, because what I'm about to unfold is a story that reveals only part of the secret, while the real magnitude is still hidden behind closed doors. The Philadelphia Eagles, yes, the defending NFC giants, fresh off their recent Super Bowl LIX triumph, are in the thick of it. They've been on a relentless quest, desperate to add that final piece, that game-breaking talent that can push them over the edge. Their roster has been stacked, their coaching staff among the best in the league, but even with Jalen Hurts leading the charge and a roster brimming with talent, something was missing. It's that vital, versatile linebacker-safety hybrid that can change a game from anywhere on the field. Someone who can cover tight ends, rush the passer, seal the sidelines, patrol the middle, a true Swiss Army knife. That's the player Philadelphia has been chasing in secret, in whispers, in covert meetings with agencies and high-powered executives. And then, out of nowhere, a breakthrough. A whisper that has now become a roar. They found HIM. Not just a player, they found the perfect piece for what they've been desperately searching for. But here, that's where it gets even more insane. Let me tell you exactly who this player is. The name that's been buzzing behind closed doors, that NFL insiders are betting will be the next domino in a chain of moves so impactful, it'll be impossible to ignore. Isaiah Simmons. Yes, Isaiah Simmons, that freakishly athletic, genetically gifted linebacker with the ability to do everything and anything on a football field. The guy who entered the league with the kind of hype rarely seen in recent draft history. The Clemson star, the 8th overall pick in 2020, who has been labeled by scouts as a once-in-a-generation hybrid defender. And now, he's on the verge of going from an underappreciated orphan in Carolina to the missing piece of the Eagles' championship puzzle. Let's look at the cold, hard facts. At 6'4" and 238 pounds, Simmons combines size, speed, and agility like few to ever play the game. He ran a sub-4.4 40-yard dash at the combine, and his college tape shows a player with unmatched versatility. He was a dominant force at Clemson, a dewy-tall linebacker who could cover slot receivers, blitz the quarterback, or drop into deep coverage with uncanny grace. His strengths are his elite athletic profile, ability to play multiple spots, coverage potential, special teams value, and a football IQ that makes veteran coordinators salivate. Yet, despite all the flashes, the NFL has struggled to unlock his true potential. In Carolina, Simmons has been used inconsistently. Despite signing a lucrative one-year deal in December 2025 and re-signing in March 2026, he's often been relegated to special teams duty or niche packages. The Panthers, in a rebuild, have lacked the vision to unleash his full versatility. Last season, he finished with 54 tackles, 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, and 7 tackles for loss. But what stands out isn't just the numbers, it's the film. Simmons has the raw tools to be a defensive game-wrecker, a chess piece so adaptable that a coach like Nick Sirianni could create defensive schemes so complex, rivals would be left guessing. And yet, the whispers are that Simmons isn't content with being a situational player anymore. He wants stability, a team that will truly utilize his gifts. That's where the Eagles come in. And here's the kicker: sources close to the negotiations tell me that Philadelphia sees Simmons as the missing link, the ultimate hybrid defender that can turn their defense into an unstoppable force. Now let's talk about the behind-the-scenes madness. The NFL's top insiders, including those at ESPN and The Athletic, have been buzzing about the possibility all week. Rumors swirl that the Eagles' front office has been working tirelessly. Secret meetings with Simmons's agent, clandestine visits to Carolina, and even whispers of a massive offer sheet that could shatter records for a linebacker-safety hybrid. NFL executives with decades of experience say this could be the most strategic move in the last 5 years, one that could redefine positional value and force other teams to rethink their entire defensive philosophies. Rival teams, in the meantime, are scrambling. The New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, even some NFC contenders all know that Simmons' talent is a potential league-changing upgrade. But the Eagles, under GM Howie Roseman, constantly known for his brilliance in orchestrating these kind of giant wins, are playing this one close to the vest. Word is they're prepared to blow past the typical trade parameters and offer not just picks, but perhaps a player or two of high value, maybe even a future first-rounder. And what about coach Nick Sirianni? I've spoken with multiple sources close to the Eagles' camp. The enthusiasm is barely containable. Sirianni, a master motivator, recognizes that adding Simmons could unlock a new level of defensive complexity, allowing Philadelphia to wreak havoc on opposing offenses. This isn't just a move to fill a hole, it's a statement, a declaration that the Eagles are still chasing greatness, still pushing the boundaries of NFL excellence. Financially, it's a bold play. Simmons's current market value, estimated to be around $12 million annually, is set to skyrocket with a new deal. The Eagles, however, might structure the contract with insane performance bonuses, incentivizing Simmons to play at an all-pro level. Insider projections suggest a deal in the range of $18 million per year with performance triggers that could push that figure even higher, especially if Simmons racks up multiple Pro Bowls, All-Pro selections, or Defensive Player of the Year votes. And let's not forget the scheme implications. Simmons would instantly become a core piece of the Eagles' defense, playing in multiple packages, covering tight ends, blitzing on third down, and lining up anywhere to confuse offenses. This kind of Swiss Army knife could turn the Eagles into an NFL nightmare, forcing quarterbacks to second-guess every read, every snap. It's a game plan that could turn the tide in close games, amplify the strength of their secondary, and provide the kind of flexibility that elite defenses dream about. But the story doesn't end there. The league is watching with bated breath. If this move happens, if Simmons dons the midnight green, it will set off a chain reaction. Rival GMs will scramble to counter, desperate to snag their own hybrid star before the window closes. Fanbases will erupt. Social media will explode in a frenzy of speculation, debate, and celebration. The NFL landscape will never be the same again. In a league driven by headlines, headlines don't get bigger than this. We're on the cusp of witnessing history. In just the next 48 hours, everything could change. The Eagles could cross a line that no team has dared to approach before. Simmons, once a promising but underutilized talent, could become the defining symbol of a new era in NFL defense. Remember this moment. Stay locked in because what I'm revealing here is only the beginning. The next chapter, the real story behind this seismic move, is still being written, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. This is Insider NFL, and I promise you, what's coming will be legendary. Buckle up because the countdown has begun. The NFL's biggest secret is about to come crashing into the spotlight, and when it does, it will be remembered as the move that changed everything. The next 48 hours are going to be the most critical in league history. Don't blink, don't look away, because the truth will finally be revealed, and the world will never be the same again.